told you about our daughters, how they are the heart of our hearts, the center of our world, and during our time in the White House, we've had the joy of watching them grow from bubbly little girls into poised young men. A journey that started soon after we arrived in Washington, when they set off for their first day at their new school. I will never forget that winter morning as I watched our girls, just 7 and 10 years old, pile into those black SUVs with all those big men with guns. And I saw their little faces pressed up against the window, and the only thing I could think was, what have we done? See, because at that moment, I realized that our time in the White House was the foundation for who they would become, and how well we managed this experience could truly make or break them. That is what Barack and I think about every day as we try to guide and protect our girls through the challenges of this unusual life in the spotlight. We urge them to ignore those who question their father's citizenship or faith. How we insist that hateful language they hear from public figures on TV does not represent the true spirit of this country. How we explain that when someone is cool or acts like a bully, you don't stoop to their level. No, our motto is, when they go low, we go high.
Let's get into this real quick. I'm not going to be long. I got some things I got to do. This is going to be a different type of video. This is going to be a different type of video, and I want you guys to hear me out. Just hear me out. As you guys know, I've kind of been probably in the last 30 days or whatever, me and Kwame Brown have been kind of addressing one another here and there, whatever it may be. There has been some things said by Kwame Brown, around Brown, some things that I didn't agree with when it came to tough love, but I never returned that energy. But for some reason, I got an email with some links on it of a content creator talking about Kwame Brown's children, a lot of personal issues with Kwame Brown. Let me say something to you guys so that way we don't get this confused moving forward throughout the rest of this year. Okay? Any man that sits up and talks about another man's children is not somebody that I want to be. Wrong. You talking about his significant others is wrong. If you want to talk man's basketball career, then feel free, but don't include me in it. Kwame Brown's personal life, because that's none of my business. I hope that you guys can understand that. I hope that you guys get that. I hope that registers for you. If there was any type of, well, I don't know where he sits at and I don't know where he stands at, let me be real clear that men shouldn't be talking about men's children. Men shouldn't be talking about other men's parents. Men shouldn't be talking about other men's personal business, because it's not their business. It's not our business. That's his business. That's his business. And if you don't have to make them your enemy. You can have a disagreement with someone, but you don't have to make them your enemy. You don't have to say, well, since we had a disagreement, now I'm going to talk about your kids. Now I'm going to talk about your character. Since we had a disagreement, that's what it is. People have disagreements all the time. You may have a different way of going to work than a person that you work with. Hey, even though we live in the same area, down Washington Street, you like to go down Melrose. It happens. It happens. But here's the thought process, man. Please do not send me no links about nothing negative about Kwame Brown's kids, nothing negative about child support, nothing negative about police. We're dealing with everyday life. I don't care how poor we are or how rich we are, how short we are or how tall we are. It doesn't matter. We go through shit. Every content creator on YouTube right now is going through something. Is going through something. There is no reason for us to say, let me talk about your kids. Let me talk about what's going on with you personally in the courts. That's none of our business. That's the shit that you got to go through. And I'm gonna be honest with you, especially with this whole child support thing. Anybody that don't believe that child support is wise against the black community, you are absurd. And I would love to talk to you about that. But the fact of the matter is, what that man has going on really has nothing to do with me. Don't involve me in that. Don't think that that's something cool. I'm not down with it, because I don't want nobody talking about my family. I don't want nobody talking about the things that I got going on personally. So I'm not gonna sit online and act like that's cool because I didn't agree. I didn't agree with one of Kwame's talking points. So now let me talk about his children, bro. Let me tell you something. Need it. And us as men, we have to do better. Have your disagreement, go your separate ways, or maybe spin a block and say, okay, cool, we had a Kwame Brown's personal life or personal business. We don't care. That's not my lane to care. That's not my lane. I hope that whatever it is, he get through it. I hope whatever it is, that his children are blessed, that he is blessed. But the fact of the matter is, we got to learn how to do better than this, man. We got to learn how to do better than this. All of this, like, let me attack this and let me attack that. And it's like, for what? We don't agree. So what? We don't agree. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, it's not about saying, well, let me do what I can to bring you down. Let me do what I can to hurt you. If we disagreed on a talking point, then we disagreed. But to talk about somebody's kids, to talk about their parents, to talk about, oh yeah, I heard that he was in court and I heard this. Man, let me tell you something, man. At some point in time, we have to be the adults that we say that we are. We have to be the role models that we say that we are. We have to be the leaders that we say that we are. So let it start here. Let it start now. I don't care about Kwame Brown's personal life. Let me make that clear for anybody that wasn't clear. Hey, Tough Love, you can say this. Hey, Tough Love, here's this link, bro. Don't send me that shit. That's not the type of energy we promote over here. That's not, we not sitting around doing a whole bunch of name calling and joking. There's a bunch of stuff that we could be talking about in reference to building people, helping people, protecting people, leading people, encouraging people, empowering people. The last thing that I want to do is talk about another man's kids. How does that empower you? It's people sitting around listening to you dog out another man's kids, and that's cool? Bro, I don't care if you're from the suburbs, from the projects. I don't care where you from. Where does talking about somebody's kids make you feel like you a big shot? Make you feel like you the man? We got to do better than this, man. I'm telling you right now. I don't know if Kwame Brown has ever responded to this nonsense, but let me respond to it. Don't involve me in Kwame Brown's personal life. It's not my business. It's not your business. Let that man do what it is that he got to do. You do what it is that you got to do. That's just how it goes. But when you come on social media, whatever it is that your message that you promote, then promote it. Then promote it. Hopefully you promote it fair and impartial. Hopefully you promote it and not be biased. Hopefully you can promote it and have a positive niche to it. But if you can't, then you can't. If you can't, then you can't. But the fact of the matter is, man, we got to do better. We got to do better than talking about people's kids. We got to do better than talking about, oh, I heard you was in court. Or I heard this and I heard. It's like, man, that's your personal life. People be on social media and ain't got gas money. People be on social media, ain't got a place to stay, ain't got a car to drive, ain't got all to go to, but they on social media, bro. People got real problems in real life. Are you a person that's going to provide solutions, or are you going to provide, I'm doing better than you? I'm not going through what you're going through, so that makes me better than you. Okay, if I don't have a car, but you got a place to stay, who's doing better? I ain't got money for groceries, right? But you got money to pay your rent. Which one? Who's doing better, bro? Everybody has issues. We all got issues. I'm sorry. I don't care if you was NBA, NFL, NBC, ABC, Army veteran, police officer, doctor, lawyer, teacher, garbage man. We all got problems. And the last thing we want people to do is exploit us and say, well, because you got problems, that make you a bad person. No, because you got problems that make you human. That make you human. But see, here's the thought process. This is what makes you a champion. When you don't let your situation victimize you. That means you stay in your rut. You stay in your rut and you just, oh, so broken down. It's the people that say, I got issues, I got problems, I'm going through trials and tribulations, but I'm going to continue to move forward. That's powerful. That's a conversation. Where are videos for that? Send me the links to videos for that. Don't send me the videos. Oh, let me break down this person's trial and tribulations. We all get trial and tribulations. Why am I applauding because you done heard something negative about? See, maybe I'm just different, man. I don't know. I don't get excited because somebody else is going through hardship. For some reason, if I hear you going through hardship, I'm gonna say, man, I wish you the best. I hope you and your family make it. I hope that whatever it is you're going through, you don't stay there long and you don't let this situation bring you down. But for some people, when they hear you going through shit, it's like they happy about it. They excited about it. Oh, I heard your children are sick. They excited. I heard you lost your job. They excited. I heard you lost your relationship. They excited. I heard you got C19. They excited about your hardship. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I don't get excited because people are going through something. I understand that, bro. Listen, I either been there and done that or I never been there. But the fact of the matter is, it takes a strong person to go through something, still smile every day, still get out of bed, still say, hey, listen, still remain positive and optimistic. For those people that don't care about doing that, sometimes you instead of us trying to hype up what people go through that's bad, why don't we hype up the things that people do that's good? Won't we validate the people with something good and positive? My thing about it is, man, it feels like to me that every time we have a chance to come together and build something and be an example, we detour. We detour, and it's like we want to talk about all the bad stuff, but it's so many good things that we could be talking about. I don't get excited because a man having an issue with his spouse or his girlfriend. I don't get excited because a woman is having an issue with her boyfriend or her spouse. That's just not me. If you say, hey, look, I don't got money to pay my rent, I'm not the person that say, let me go live about it. No, I'm the person that say, okay, what's their cash app? And I'm not going to make a video saying, well, I heard you ain't got no rent money, so I'm about to send you. Like, it's everything is not for the camera. If you're doing it genuinely and you really want to do something genuinely, especially if you have a direct line. Everybody don't have a direct line to everybody. I got it. You don't got their phone number. You might not have an email. So this is the way that I understand. But the fact of the matter is, I wanted to come to you guys and just sincerely say, we all go through something. We all go through something. You know what I'm saying? Don't let what you go through be the catalyst for you not being a champion. You understand what I'm saying? Don't because other people are cheering for your downfall. So this is for Kwame Brown. This is for Kevin Samuels. We all go through something. Don't let whatever it is that you're going through take you down. Don't let it defeat you. Don't make you feel like you're a bad person. Bro, listen. You may find more people root against you than root for you. You may find more people excited about the things that you go through personally, that they want to thumb up and they want to promote. But when you do good things, they don't ever speak about it. And this is why I talk about being fair and impartial. The same way that you uplift and praise is the same thing, same way you have to address certain things. But here's the thing. If I'm only excited about the downfall of you, then that makes me the lesser person. That makes me the lesser person. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm only excited about you getting a divorce, if I'm only excited about you being behind on child support, I'm only excited about one of your kids being sick or you being in a car wreck. If that's the only thing that excites me, I lose. I lose credibility. I lose integrity. I lose common sense. I lose relatability. That don't make you better because you've pointed out somebody else's hardship. And I'm appalled, and I feel a certain type of way that people would think that I would want to be a part of the cheering for someone else's hardship. Bro, that's not how we get down over here. That's not how we get down over here. I'm sorry. That's not how we get down. You can push that on another content creator that cheer for that and root for that, but that's not what I do. So I'm gonna say this, and I'm hoping that I'm clear. All right, when it comes to people's hardship, it comes to their family members, it comes to the things that's going on in their personal life, don't send that to me as if we're going to sit down and cheerlead for that. Because all I'm gonna do is pray for them. All I'm gonna do is pray for them. Hell, I might even do a video saying, I hope that you make it through that. If I got an email, I might send an email. If I got a phone call, I might do a phone call. But here's the thought process. Just because Tough Love has a disagreement with you, don't mean that I'm going to attack you personally. Don't mean I'm gonna get a bunch of people to sit around and call you names. Don't mean that I'm cheering and I'm happy that you're going through some hardship. And I realize somebody's gonna say this, which is why I played the video that I just played by Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. I realize somebody's going to say, well, they didn't afford you that same courtesy, Tough Love. I understand that. But we are not the same type of people. We are not the same type of people. I'm walking around with grudges in my heart. I have daughters, man. I want to spend my time loving. I want to spend my time caring. I want to spend my time nurturing and building. And I can't do that just by saying, well, let me hate you. Let me promote this hate for you. It's like, dude, I'm going to address an issue and I'm going to move forward and I'm going to move past it. And I'm hoping Kwame Brown can listen to what I'm saying and really totally get it without somebody else trying to break it down and subscribe and twist the narrative. This is as simple and as plain as it gets. Kwame Brown going through personal issues. It's Kwame Brown's personal issues. That has nothing to do with anybody else. Anybody that's promoting Kwame Brown's personal issues, I would ask you to reassess what it is that you're doing. It's unfair. As a man, it's unfair as a woman. If you have a disagreement with someone, then have a disagreement. Their family ain't got nothing to do with it. Their personal life has nothing to do with it. If for some reason I make a video, you know what I'm saying, and you don't agree with Tough Love, okay, you don't agree with Tough Love. You don't agree with what it is that I said. Okay, got it. Well, my children don't have anything to do with it. Me going through any type of trials and tribulations, me, shit, I don't have a car. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have $3 in the bank. If that's the case, then that's the case, but that's me personally. If you're not going to help the person, don't hinder the person. Am I making myself clear? If you're not going to do anything to help that person, don't do anything to hinder that person. People's families should be off the table. If you want to talk about what it is they said in a video, then talk about that. Address that, but don't be excited because you think somebody's going through hardship. I'm telling you, man, I cursed this person out. I cursed them out. I said, do you have a phone? I said, do you have a phone number? Oh, yeah, that was happy too. Do you have a phone number? Yeah. So I said, I said I wasn't going to curse. Do you see Tough Love talking about anybody's children? They said no. Do you see Tough Love talking about anybody's spouse? They said no. Do you see Tough Love sitting around calling a bunch of people names so I can prove my point? They said, well, maybe 1 or 2 videos. Besides the 1 or 2 videos that I was doing a response to, is that a normal thing? Is that am I consistent with that? They said no. So why would you think that I would cheer because somebody else was going through hardship? I said, are you delusional? Are you, I'm about to curse again. Are you crazy? My children, the ones that's old enough, of course, my family members, right? My future colleagues, they will go to my page at some point in time. The last thing that I want to do is be online displaying something that I'm not, promoting a character that I'm not. Now, for other content creators, I get it. Hey, it's about this money, clicks and views, controversy, sales. But it's like this. I don't think the controversy is worth my character. I think your personal, and how many people, can I ask you guys a question? Real shit. Is the controversy worth your integrity? If you disagree with somebody's talking points, then that's fine. But when you promote somebody's family and it's like, well, I'm going to talk about your family because I don't like you. I don't agree with your talking points. I think that's wrong. I don't care if you a Kwame Brown subscriber or Tough Love. If you're promoting someone's family because you have a disagreement with what a man or woman said, I think that's wrong. Personally, I think that's wrong. Personally, I don't want to be involved in that. Because to me, That's a low blow that's not needed. And the thing about it, you guys, is you never know how that man or woman is going to feel about you promoting their family online in a negative fashion. You don't know if they gassing up and they on their way to your house. You don't know if they flying in. You don't know if you're going to see them when you walk out that daycare, out that church. You don't know. People might smile and act like it's all good or whatever. But let me ask you something. Suppose for some reason I'm drinking or I'm high, whatever the case may be, and I see a video where you talking, you dogging out my children, and you dogging out this, and you dogging out that, and you laughing at my pain. Are you ready for those consequences? Are you ready for those consequences? Because a lot of people who talk that, they're not ready for those consequences. So that's why I try to be a friendly reminder to people, leave people's family alone. Now, seriously, leave people's family alone. If you have a disagreement with that woman, then have that disagreement. But because you have a disagreement with someone doesn't make them your enemy. Doesn't mean we're all bets off the table. I'm talking about everything that's wrong with you now. I don't know. Is it appropriate to say that we need to do better? I could have sat there and I could have said, thank you for sending me all of this information, this personal information. Let me go on my live and Kwame Brown exposed. And I'm like, dude, I don't want this shit. I don't want this shit. And you guys know Kwame Brown. Those that follow Kwame Brown, you guys know him better than I do. Hopefully, it's not a tough love exposed, right? That's not me. That's not my character. That's not the people I surround myself with. I deal with content creators who talk about real topics and real issues or whatever, and that's not they don't wake up to expose people. They don't wake up to hinder people or joke on people or talk about people's family. This knucklehead reached out to me and was like, "Oh, tough love, yeah, here's some links," and I'm looking at the links. And I was like, what do you want me to do with this? I said, please do not contact me again. Don't contact me again. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Because whatever it is that you're trying to promote and you're trying to do, it's the opposite of what it is that I'm doing. It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. You know, and I think I was kind of heated because I'm like, what video is showcasing that I'm willing to say anything about somebody's personal life on social media? What video? I had to listen, y'all, on some real shit. I went back through my videos and I'm like, where am I talking about somebody's personal life? Where am I advocating, I'm glad your children are sick, or I'm glad you can't see your kids? Like, where is that at on my page? I'm scratching my head. I'm like, where is that at? Shit, I even called up my family members. I like, yo, hey, sis, do me a favor. Look through my page and da. So we looking. And I'm like, where is this video at? So I don't know if it was like, oh, well, I feel like you probably can be the one to stand up. Bro, let me tell you something. If I disagree with a man's talking point or their point of view or their perspective, then that's just my opinion, and I'm going to say it. And hopefully I'm going to always say it fair and impartially. But my disagreement with a man's point of view has nothing to do with his personal life. I'm not going to condemn a man because he owes child support. Do you know how many ways child support can get put on somebody? I'm going to be honest with you. Do you know how many different ways somebody can weaponize child support against a man? Just because let me tell you something. Just because somebody puts child support on you or you put child support on yourself, the fact of the matter is it don't make you a bad person. So we have to be careful about that. Just because somebody go to court, don't make them a bad person. Just because they got low credit, don't make them a bad person. Just because they don't own their home, don't make them a bad person. They don't own a vehicle or they don't have a car, it don't make them it's like we look for ways to make people bad when we ourselves go through the same shit. You didn't always have good credit. You didn't always have this 5-bedroom house. You didn't always have this good job or this good relationship. And for some reason, we forget that we used to be the same people we talking about. But instead of saying, well, let me give some constructive criticism or let me try to help, it's like all I want to do is talk about how bad you are. I promote your pain. I promote your pain. I'm excited that you're going through hardship. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen people excited that you are going through something bad? They don't get excited when you're going, I just got a new job. Nothing said. I just got a new relationship. Nothing said. My baby was born healthy. No complications. Nothing said. I just stumbled upon some money. Nothing said. But the second they hear something that they think is bad about you, they cheer for it. They're excited about it. They applaud. That's some scary shit, man. I don't know. I'm hoping that you guys understand this message. This is everything that I said and not nothing I didn't say. Personally, we are all going through something. I don't think anyone on social media is above reproach. The fact of the matter is, I think that if you have a disagreement as a man or as a woman or as communities, I think that we should be able to do it respectfully, be fair and impartial about it. It's not about joking. It's not about disrespect. It's not about degrading. It's not about bringing your family members into it. And I get it. A lot of people don't care. They say this is social media, so I'm going to say what I want to say and I'm going to do what I want to do. And a lot of people like to turn up the volume. But it's like, you know, it's a bunch of noise and static. And it's like, what are you really saying? And I just feel like if you are talking about someone's children, like you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And everybody don't play about their kids. And I don't even know fucking Kwame Brown. Like, I don't even know Kwame Brown. But the fact of the matter is, this is for everybody. Everybody don't play about their kids. So whereas you think you're making these videos and you're hurting this person, what you're really doing is you're signing a check that your ass might not be able to cash. I'm saying personally, leave people's kids alone, leave their significant others alone, leave their hardship alone. Remember when you was going through that crazy shit? And some type of way you found a way to step out of that trial and tribulations and became a victor, became a champion because you didn't want to sit every day and be victimized. Man, there's people that go through abuse that people are online laughing about. There's people that go through, you know what I'm saying, some type of hardship financially, emotionally, mentally, physically. And it's like, for some reason, you find a moment to cheer. You ain't sending them no money for no counselors. No relocation money, no well wishes. You're not doing anything to help them, but you're doing everything to hinder them. And my thought process, man, I can't get, what they say, I can't get jiggy with that shit. I can't. Anybody that I ever speak about, I try to speak with some type of conviction. And my belief is that even though you have some type of disagreement, as long as they don't do anything to violate your kids, abuse your kids, or abuse you, you know what I'm saying? Then some things can I won't say overlooked. Some things can be forgiven. Not forgotten, but forgiven. And I know that's we talk about mental health in the Black community. Right. And a lot of our mental health and the illness that we have is that we hold on to things for so long. We never have any forgiveness. And that makes us bitter in our relationships, whether personal or professional. Like we move with this sense of I'm never going to let anybody violate me again. So I'm willing to do whatever. I'm willing to die for this shit. And that's exactly what you do. You crank it up to 100. And you escalate a situation to where now you're behind bars and the other person is in a grave or in the hospital. So now everything that you said you was willing to die for is taken away from you. Your kids, your home, your freedom, your livelihood. Now everything is taken away from you because you had to prove in that moment that you was the hardest. Well, I don't know how many people actually get to work and visit the jail system or whatever, but we do have a mentorship program here in Houston. And you know what's so funny? How many people said, man, I wish I would have thought more positive and more realistic in that situation. I wish that I didn't just grab my gun and load up and head to somebody else's house. I wish I didn't lose my temper. I wish I wasn't so angry. So y'all gotta excuse me when I say that, man. I don't want to sit angry. I don't want to be the mad black guy and holding all of these grudges. If we had a disagreement, we had a disagreement. I ain't talking about your kids. Don't talk about my kids. I ain't talking about your significant others. Don't talk about my significant other. I ain't talking about your job. Don't talk about my job. I ain't talking about your character. Don't talk about my character. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't calling you names. Don't call me names. If we have a disagreement about a point of view, then that's what the topic is. You see what I'm saying? And I want you guys to understand what tough love. And I'm hoping that you guys really hear this perspective. Having a disagreement do not make you enemies. And having a disagreement does not mean I'm going to agree to now let's team up and talk about a man's personal business. That's your personal business. We all got personal business. We all not living our best life. We still trying to work towards doing what we need to do. And that's okay. And somebody needs to tell you guys that. That's okay. That's okay if you're still working on a better you, right? 2 years ago, you was different. 6 months ago, you was different. Strung out on drugs, alcoholic, going through all types of shit, didn't have nothing. Now, all of a sudden, you got something. Don't forget when you didn't have anything. Don't forget the road that you took to say, man, I want to get out. I want to do better. Let me start working out. Let me get my physical fitness. Let me worry about my mental and emotional fitness. Let me worry about my spiritual fitness. Let me worry about my social fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, this is social fitness. This is social fitness. Is every other word a curse word, or am I trying to articulate something to you just a little bit different to show you that I can have a disagreement with a man, but I'm not going to bring a man's kids into the situation. I'm not going to talk about a man going to court. I'm not going to do those things because of how I am and who I am and what I represent. And I'm hoping, Kwame Brown, I'm hoping you sit down and you really listen to this and say, this motherfucker is saying some real shit. You ain't got to reply. I don't need a reply video. You ain't got to send me no shout out. None of that bullshit. I'm just saying sometimes you got to tell a man like, bro, we can have a disagreement in perspective, but that don't mean I'm going to go low and try to uppercut you because, oh, you going through something in your personal life. If you are a content creator and you are out there saying, I'm going to use people's personal life against them. Now, if they touch kids, off with the head. If that's a part of your personal life, off with your head. No, zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. And I think we all can agree on that. Zero tolerance. But in regards to people's personal life, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to learn how to have our disagreements and remain healthy, remain fair and impartial in the situation. I'm hoping that you guys understand. I got to do some things with my daughter, man. I'm gonna get out here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This video, I think this needed to be done. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was disgusted about the information that I received. And if you sent it to me, you probably sent it to somebody else. I'm just not stupid enough to promote somebody's personal life as if that makes me better. Promote the bad about somebody's personal life as if that's going to make me better. If that's what you guys do when you about that, then cool, keep that nonsense over there, but don't try to pull me into some bullshit. I don't have anything personally against Kwame Brown or anybody else. If I had an issue, I probably already addressed it. That's one. Two, I'm not holding on to it because it's not the end of the world. Life goes on and we got more things to be worried about, et cetera, et cetera. I personally didn't court C19 twice. My daughters didn't have C19. So we live in life. It's not about promoting hatred. It's not about promoting negativity. So if I say, hey, I wish you the best, I wish your family, I really truly mean those things. So I'm hoping that when people mention tough love, man, you take everything into consideration and not just what you want to harp on or what you want to promote that you think is bad or whatever the case may be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mario J. This is Tough Love. Until next time, I normally say adult up, but I'm going to say this and I hope that you guys understand me. Leave people personal life alone unless you perfect. Peace.